This is TWiT.
Yes, Google has officially made it official. There's going to be an event for the Pixel. It will happen on October 9th with a live stream that will begin at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. 8 a.m.? 11 a.m. Wait a minute. We have to get up earlier on the West Coast? Hold on. I missed this detail, and now I need to protest.
As the local New Yorker, I'm going to say, okay, cool. 11 a.m. Let's do it.
Yeah, works for me.
Yeah, so 11 a.m. Eastern, right? It's not 11 a.m. Pacific.
No, it's 11 a.m. Eastern.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's because it's taking place in New York this year. So the event is in New York. It's on the East Coast. The last couple of years, it's been here in San Francisco. Also, there's going to be a parallel event from some French publications got an invite for an I Love Paris event at the same time as in New York, or whatever that time is in Paris.
Yeah,
nice.
The same time
I think it's
globally.
nighttime over there. I think it's like 6 p.m. or something.
So I think we should applaud Google for being nice enough to hold their event on a Tuesday morning so that we can then talk about it on the show later that evening. So thank you, Google. So
of course.
Finally, we've aligned our schedules. Good job, Google.
Yeah, it rarely works out this way. I think I'm gone. I'm out of town when this happens. I would have been here if it was the normal, or at least the last 2 years. I think it's been on the 4th, right? And I would have been here for that, but I'm out on the 9th, so I won't be able to do that. I think possibly you guys might be doing something.
That's
with
the rumor.
That's the rumor.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
You know, Evan Blass hasn't leaked anything, but I hear there's some renders out there of me and Ron, you know, live punting.
Evan Blass, like, he can take this one off because everybody else has leaked so much about this. Caitlin, I imagine at some point, I mean, it sounds like for Tom's Guide, you do a lot of traveling for some of these announcements and everything. Have you been to a Pixel event, hardware event before?
I actually haven't, so I'm not sure if I'm going to this one. I've been focused on Berlin and IFA and now Apple tomorrow. So when I get back, I'll figure it out. Hopefully, I'll get to go.
Yeah, you'll already be in New York. It would be that would make a lot of sense.
So
it's in the
Caitlin,
neighborhood.
Yeah, right down the street.
So Caitlin, do you think they're going to announce a new phone at this event?
The odds are pretty good. You know, I've heard some things, but I can't confirm. I can't confirm anything.
No one knows for sure. I mean, I guess the reality is we don't actually know for sure that they will, but they will. It's going to happen, right? And Ron, you might have some interesting theories behind.
Well, yeah. So in the rumors and speculation department, I feel like it's been months of just us seeing photos and leaks and all this sort of stuff. This has been the leakiest ship of a Google announcement there ever was. But now there's some counter programming to that with some reverse speculation. So multiple YouTube channels that were super critical of the designs are being contacted by Google. Interesting. They're inquiring about using their clips in an upcoming event to create a quote unquote very specific narrative about how terrible the phone looks, according to Front Page Tech on YouTube. So that opens the door to the theory. Did Google allow these renders and these leaks and these you know, the Ukrainian thing and all this stuff to happen to get people to react, only to announce a better looking device and position it that way?
Oh boy, that's a long con, don't you think?
I love a good conspiracy theory, but I can't imagine anybody coming up with this and then getting it approved up to that level. Although that's a risky proposition. Caitlin, do you give any credence to this theory at all? Do you think this is what's going on here? Are we being conned?
I don't know, but I hope so. That's clever.
Right?
I love that idea. I mean, yeah, I'm getting tired of seeing all of these leaks and then the device comes out and it's the same thing you've seen for months. Like, where's the surprise anymore? So, yeah, I hope that's what they're planning. That would be great.
Yeah, it seems like a very long distance to, like, thinking about it from like a marketing group standpoint for, you know, the massive behemoth that Google is. Would a marketing group actually think, let's put out a bunch of fake phones that exaggerate features to convince some people that are actually paying attention that our next phone might actually be really bad, Like that right there seems like a big risk to take from a marketing standpoint.
It's a huge risk because you're putting that out there in the world to talk about, and you're hoping that people take that bait. Right. And now you've got weeks of people talking about how bad your product is, even if it's not the product and it was a big con. All that the internet never forgets. We know that. So all that stuff will still be out there. And again, the risk factor of this, because what if people liked it and then that's not the phone you show? Like it leaves too much at the hands that you can't control. And as someone who's worked in marketing for longer than I wish I had and do, you want to control the message as much as possible.
Yeah. Bleak in the chat says it's not worth the effort. The Pixel is a small volume smartphone. Comparatively speaking, that's probably the case. Now, Flo, maybe you're the one to ask on this because you were the one last week that kind of came out pretty strongly on the side of, like, these aren't real. So what do you think?
Yes.
Could this be a part of that theory that you're right, these aren't real? These were a ruse created by Google to distract you from the real thing that they're going to show on stage, that suddenly they'll lift off the covers from it and everybody will go, oh, that's much more beautiful than the fake ones we saw before. What do you think?
I think Google's got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
I think Google has billions of dollars it owes the EU for a fine right now.
Yeah.
That's like way too much work in the midst of all the time they have to spend in court right now for various reasons.
Yeah. So yeah, fair enough.
Let me tell you, when you work with a brand that has got a lot of people interested in it, there is a ton of desire and potential to fool them and to do gotchas when people are trying to guess everything you're doing, stuff like that. But again, to Flo's point, I feel like there's more important things going on than coming up with this. That's why I just don't think it would get approved. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. I couldn't see it getting approved either.
But I'm with Caitlin. I hope that's the case. I hope they get up there and be like, fooled you, here it is. And it's a foldable roll-up phone that's better than Samsung's. That's what I want to see.
Wow. Yeah.
Foldable rolled-up phone.
Dream big.
Yeah,
like
dream big.
Crumble it in a ball.
Yeah.
Keep holding your breath there, Ron. We'll see what happens.